to today's live streaming. My shaker. Welcome to today's live streaming. It's Sunday morning live, and we're here again at the IFA College TikTok channel and the IYANIFA Our Head YouTube channel. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. As you join, please um, let me know where you're streaming from. Let me know where you're streaming from. What country are you streaming from? What state are you streaming from? Let me know where you're streaming from. It's Oshogbo festival period, and everything is just bubbling with Oshun and her energy. Aboru aboye o nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi níbi gbogbo tẹ́ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì Ifá College lórí Sunday morning live. Share and tap on your screen. Oh yeah, tap on your screen. Tap on your screen so that we can get this live streaming to as many people as possible. This is Ifa College YouTube channel, and we're having a Sunday morning live streaming today. If you are joining for the first time, I say Elaboru, Elaboye, Elaboshisho, Mushogbo Atonyo. Let me know where you are streaming from. Ifa College TikTok channel. Thank you very much. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. We have a very interesting topic to dissect and to open today. Hey, it's Oshogbo Week festival. The festival preparation has started with the Àtùpà mẹ́rìndínlógún, the lamp with 16 eyes. Yes, the lamp with 16 channels representing the 16 Odu. Thank you very much from Florida. Mr. Mike, thank you for joining us. Keep tapping, keep sharing so that we can have more people on our live streaming. The energy that is flowing in the Ìṣẹ̀ṣe community right now is the energy of Òrìṣà Ọ̀ṣun, Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́, Olóyè Ayọ̀, Ládékojú, ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi. Yes. Àbímọ mọ́jà àná lé Ọ̀ṣun là ń pè é sí. Ọ̀ṣun là ń pè é sí. Ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi. Ọ̀ṣun má pọnmi dà sínú mi tọmọtọmọ tẹbí tará. Thank you very much for joining. For those of you that will not be able to attend the Oshogbo Festival, we will be streaming the festival live from Oshogbo on our YouTube channel and on our TikTok channel. We will do our best to cover it, to stream it live, and then to give you a replay after that day. And if you are not attending this year, make it a point of duty to prepare for next year. It is important. It is very important. You have to be there. It's a wonderful festival going on, and preparations are in place. As you join the live streaming today, let me know where you're streaming from. Thank you very much on YouTube. Thank you, those of you on TikTok. Eshegoni. Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe, Mushogbo Ato, fún gbogbo wa lórí live streaming yìí lénìí. Níbo lẹ ti ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa o? Èmi ni IYANIFA Awóbánkẹ́fà tí gbogbo èèyàn ni wọ́n mọ̀ sí IYANIFA Ẹwà. I say Aboru, Aboye, Aboshishe to everybody, both home and in the diaspora. This is IYANIFA Awóbánkẹ́fà, popularly known as IYANIFA Ẹwà. And this is the TikTok channel of Ifa College and the YouTube channel of IYANIFA Ẹwà TV. Thank you very much for joining today. Aboru Aboye from the UK, Eshegoni. Thank you. I really want to appreciate people that have made it a point of duty to be on this live streaming every Sunday. Nítorí pé ẹ wà ń bẹ̀ làwa ṣe wà ń bí, ẹ̀yin la máa máa bá, àwa náà lẹ máa máa rí, wọn ò ní fẹ́ lòmíì ṣe wá ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. I have a group of people that actually join the live streaming. They call their friends and family together to sit down and watch. It has become their Sunday service. And it's because you are learning, it's because you are being blessed, That is why you keep on coming. Land service, Eshegoni, thank you for that gift. For those that have been supporting with gifts, for those that have been supporting financially in their services, for those that have been sharing the news of Ifa and Ìṣẹ̀ṣe, I want to say a very big thank you. Láṣẹ Ìdùmarè, àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀ yìí wọ́n á máa gbè yín. Ifá ò ní torí wa bàjẹ́ o, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Continue to like, continue to share, continue to tap on your screen. We need all our regular viewers to be back. Today, we are discussing something really important. I mentioned it briefly on Saturday during our Ashe for Today. Meanwhile, if you have not been joining the Ashe for Today, I don't understand how you want to start your day without the Odrifa. How do you want to start your day without the Ashe from Olodumare? Every day, Mondays to Fridays, I am live on the YouTube channel, IYANIFA Ewa TV, and on the TikTok channel, Ifa College, giving you the Ashe for every day. We would open through an Odrifa and study. We started with Odrifa Ejiogbe. And what do we say? We say, my blessing is here now. It is not another prayer meeting or prayer function. No. It is us discovering what is written in the Odrifa. Olodumare said, all our blessing is here. Everything we need for life is here already. So how do we know where to find it? What directs us? The Odrifa directs us. The Odrifa is the Google map of life. Is the one that directs us step by step to where to find what we need. Everybody is in need of one thing or the other in our lives right now. Yours might be financial, yours might be marital, it might be a job, a change of career, you want to get a new house, you have been waiting and you need children. Whatever it is, Olodumare says your blessing is here now. You are not hoping for it to come from somewhere. You are not wishing that it will come. It is here already. Already, it is here. So how do we locate it? We have the Odrifa Afinimọ̀nà ọmọ aráyé. Yes, the Google map of life. So the Odrifa directs us to where to find that thing that we're looking for. The first day we examined the Odrifa Ejiogbe, and it talks about joy. In that essay, Odrifa Ejiogbe said, Ayoyogu, Ayoyogu, Ayoyogumogumo. Adífá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà nígbà tí babaláwo rèé ń bá wọn mú yọ̀yọ́ra, ẹbọláwo ní kó mú ṣe, àwa tá a mú yọ̀yọ́ra, ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ ló bá wa, ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀bànújẹ́ kan kì í báyọ̀, which means that joy is overflowing and joy is in abundance. Olodumare said the joy that we need, it is here already. It's not something that we are hoping and praying and wishing and begging for. No, it is here with us already. Odrifa Ejiogbe directed us there. In fact, that Odu, the divination was done for Ọ̀rúnmìlà himself. Ọ̀rúnmìlà was on a journey to somewhere, and he asked his babalawo, he said, will I find joy there? Will it end in joy? Will it end in praise? And his babalawo did a divination and said yes. But these are the steps to get to where the joy is. And in that old river, we were able to connect Iyo with Ayo. Now, I keep telling you that Yoruba is a descriptive language. And there is nothing about Yoruba language, culture, tradition, or everything encompassing in it, addressing our food, that is ordinary. They all have deep spiritual meaning. So when we pronounce the word Iyo, the ami on it is redo. When we pronounce the word Ayo, the ami on it is redo, meaning that Iyo and Ayo, they come from the same family. Now, the Odrifa has put those two words together for us. And that Odrifa is telling us that gbogbo ògbà tá a bá ti bá wọn mú yọ̀yọ́ra, ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ ló máa bá wa, meaning that every time we follow the spiritual practice of using salt, and I taught you that day how to use salt to manifest ayọ̀ when you are experiencing sadness and difficulties and unpleasant situations that is not giving you joy. Báwo la ṣe lè mú yọ̀yọ́ra? I explained it. So if you missed that live streaming on the 1st of August, which was the first episode of our Chef for Today, please hurry to the YouTube channel, IYANIFA Ewa TV. Go into your YouTube and search IYANIFA Ewa TV. Scroll down, you will find that video. There you will find the practice, the spiritual practice of how you can use salt to manifest joy in your life. You see, it is here with you. Salt is everywhere. And Orunmila used it, it worked. And millions of other people have also used that Odrifa afterwards, and it worked. So if you have not joined us on our Chef for Today, I don't know what you are waiting for. I don't know why you want to continue to remain in a situation where you are begging and wishing and hoping. No. Your blessing is here now. You activate it. Last year, on the second day, we went further to deeper into Odrifa Ejiogbe again, another essay. Now, for those of you that don't know, Odrifas are like chapters. The essays are like verses. The essays are like verses. So every Odu has, it is estimated that every Odu has about 400 essays. Imagine, 400. And we are still gathering them, digging them up and gathering them together. On the second day for our Chef for Today, if you missed it, here is a recap. We talked about another essay of Ejiogbe, and that essay was bordering on Ori. It was directing us to Ori. And in that essay, we were made to understand the importance of our Ori, how to activate it. For those of you that feel like I am not where I am now, what is your Ori? Your Ori is your personal creator, the one that personally created and chose your destiny, designed your destiny, designed your path in this life. That is your own Ori. In that Odu, he talked about what your Ori is, particularly for people that are on this journey of life and they feel like I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I just feel like there is something more to me. This is not all that there is to my life. I feel like my life is more than this. I know at some point in your life you have felt like that, and you are not alone. In that Odu, Ifa pointed us on how we are supposed to activate our Ori, how to connect with our Ori to make sure that we fulfill destiny. To make sure that we fulfill our destiny. Now, for today's teaching, we're going deep into what does it take to choose a babalawo. I have lost count of the number of times I've heard people say, oh, I used to work with one babalawo before, and this was my experience. But because they know that Ifa is not a replica of whatever experience that they had with that babalawo, they kept on searching to find somebody else they can work with. But a lot of people could not continue searching. Immediately they had their first negative experience with a certain babalawo or IYANIFA or babalorisha or iyalorisha, they just gave up. Now, it is important for you, it's your responsibility to choose the right babalawo for you, for yourself. Emphasis on the right babalawo or IYANIFA for yourself. This video is not aimed at saying, oh, some babalawos are good, some babalawos are bad. No, there is no such thing as a good or bad babalawo. Before you can call somebody a babalawo, it means that the person is following the tenets of Ifa as much as it is humanly possible for him or her. But there is the babalawo that is right for you. There is the IYANIFA that is right for you. We are all in different situations, coming from different places. What works for me is not necessarily going to work for you. So that is what we are going to be learning today and digesting and digressing. Now, let's keep tapping on our screen. Once we hit 10K likes on TikTok, we get started. We are on 5.5K. Once we hit 10K likes, we get started. If you have not been joining Ashe for today, oh my goodness, you have missed. Oh, I have a couple of reviews. I'm going to share them on Monday when we continue Ashe for today on Monday. Ashe for today is every morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. That is 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. on the EST time zone. And it's going to be 5 to 6 a.m. on GMT. And then every other person can find their own, find your time zone in between. It is your daily dose of direction and of life. Now, on the second day, I told you that on the 2nd of August, we delved into another Odrifa. I will recap that Odrifa. And it was taken from Ejiogbe. He says, Orí ṣawo títí orí gbadé, ọrùn ṣawo títí ọrùn gbèjìgbàrà ìlẹ̀kẹ̀. Ìbàdí nìkan ló ṣawo tó gba másáàjì aṣọ ọba tí ń taná ranin-ranin. Adífá fún orí ní róni, abùfọ́ba ní róni. Wọ́n ń bẹ lóko àsìngbà, ẹbọ làwo ní kọ́ mú ṣe. Orí ní róni nìkan ní ń bẹ lẹ́yìn tí ń sáwó. Lọ́ba ń pé orí ní róni, ọba kan ò lè dá ní ró. That was our Odu for the second day on our Ashe for today. Now, that Odu said 3 people. The Odu was addressing 3 people. One was Ori, which is the head. The other one is Orun, which is the neck. And the third one is Ibadi, which is the waist. The 3 of them, Ifani wọ́n ní oko àsìgbà, they were in slavery. They had captured them as slaves by certain slave masters. But they knew that there was more to their life. They knew that their destiny was not wrapped around slaving for people. Now, so many of you are experiencing such slavery situations. Maybe in your finances, in your marriage, in your social life, in your academics, in your relationships with people, in your health. Some of you have become slaves to sickness. You can't even remember the last time you experienced good health. It's been one sickness after the other. Slavery, it can come in different forms. Some people are perpetually tied to a certain way of life that keeps producing negative outcome in their life, and they don't know how to get out of it. It is called addiction in whatever form it comes. Some of you have become slaves of your own habits. Some of you have become slaves of your mind. You find it hard to be able to make a decision that is right for you and stand by it. Nobody is judging you. Everybody has experienced this slavery in one way or the other across different points in their life. You are not alone. Ori was once a slave. Orun was once a slave. Ibadi was once a slave. But when they got to a point that they told themselves, this is not my life, I can't continue to live like this, they went to their babalawo. Now, my question to you is, at what point are you going to get to before you realize that whatever it is you are doing in Abrahamic religion is not working for you? Because you have been revolving around the same circle 10, 20, 30 years. Your grandparents revolve the same circle. Your parents revolve the same circle. Your uncles, your aunties, your siblings. You are just in the place of joy is coming, is coming. God will do it. I believe He will do it. He will. Everything about the goodness of your life is in future tense. How long do you want to? Until you come to the point that Ori, Orun, and Ibadi came to and they told themselves, this is not my life. Let me go to people that can help and ask for help. And they went to the Babalawo. Babalawo made a divination for them and told them that they had some specific ebo that they had to do, some specific sacrifices, rituals, and spiritual practices. And the 3 of them started it, Ori, Orun, and Ibadi, the head, the neck, and the waist. They started it. But when it got to a particular time, Orun and Ibadi stopped. What is this thing that we are doing? It's getting too much. They said we should leave church. and I've left. I've come to Ifa. I'm expecting everything to just happen rush. Come back here. You, let's move closer. It took you how many years to get to the point where you got to? And for some magical reasons, you want to jump out of there in 2 minutes. It's not magic. This is real life. The people that sold you the idea of everything becomes new. Immediately you are born again, all things pass away. Suddenly you become new. They could not give you any newness. We are telling you here that everything here is step by step. One of the major virtues in Ifa under Ìwà Pẹ̀lẹ́ is patience. Sùúrù ni bàbá ìwà. Sùúrù yẹn. That patience comes from the understanding that it took you centuries to get to where you are. When I say centuries, I mean it started with your great-grandfathers. And they kept on passing the effect and the remnants down to you. And you are here right now. And you are expecting that magically it will just go. On one of my live streamings, I made this example, and I would recount it again. I went into a neighboring West African country to watch, everything about Ifa and all of that. And then I was asking to be able to give back into the society that had helped me get knowledge. And one of the elders there said, "Oh, we have some people that are in need. What can you do for them? Blah, blah, blah." And there were 3 of them. And I spoke to the 3 of them and I said, "Okay, I will give you the same amount of money, the exact amount of money. Let's take, for instance, I decided to give each of them 1 million naira each, equivalent to naira. 6 months down the line, I go back to visit. Oh, these people, how are they doing?" And then I'm hearing whispers, "You wasted your money, don't give them money again." I said, "Let me see them and have a conversation with them." I see one of them, he has already started a little business and he's keeping up, doing fine, taking care of his family. And then another one of them, nothing at all. The third one too, nothing at all. And then everybody's like, "Beauty, look at you, but you gave all of them the same amount of money." Then I decided to speak to them. "When I gave you the money, what did you do with it?" And the first one said at the time he was giving that money, he was owing 2 million naira. And his creditors were on his neck. The second one said at the time that he got the money, he was owing 950,000. And the third person said at the time he got the money, he was owing 100,000. Now the 3 of them were in debt, different amounts. The one that was owing 2 million got his 2 million, paid it off, but he is still owing. The one that was owing 100,000 paid it off, and he had 900,000 to work with. The one that was owing 950 paid it off. He had extra 50,000 just to buy food for his family. Look at the 3 of them, same amount of money, same time, different outcome because their backstory is different. So some of you, the spiritual debts that you are owing, the backstory of your ancestors, of your generation, of your lineage, it will take you a while for you to be able to come from negative to zero before you start to count in the positive. That is why Ifa said, "Sùúrù ni bàbá ìwà." Patience is the king, the crowning of every good character you might claim that you have. That old Ifa was telling us the same thing. The old went further to say, "Àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta wọ́n ń bẹ lóko àsìngbà, babalawo ní kọ́ mú ṣe. Orí ní róni nìkan ní ibẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí ń ṣàwo." Orí ní róni was the only one that continued to do his ebo, to do his etiti, to follow the line of what the Awo said. And at the end of the day, they all got something for the time that they spent faithful and patient with Ifa. Ọrùn got a necklace. Ọrùn gbèjì gbàrà ìlẹ̀kẹ̀. Ìbàdí, which is the waist, got a wrapper, fine, shining, beautiful wrapper. Ori was the only one that stayed and was patient. Ori ní róni, òun ló gba adé. Ori got the crown. And that is why up until today and forevermore, let me use that word, no king can crown anybody if their Ori has not crowned them. As important as our kings are, we call our kings Alashe Ekeji Orisha. We call them the owners of the Ashe, those in authority. They are second to the Orishas. That's what we call them. But we also say, Ori ni Romi, Ori nikan lo le ro ni ọba kan le dá ni ro. Meaning that Ori is the only one that can give you success, that can crown you with success, with long life, with good health, with every ire that you need in this life. A king cannot do it, irrespective of the authority that he has. Because if your Ori has not destined you for success, nobody can force success on you. And Ori got that capacity because Ori waited. Ó dúró, ó ní sùúrù, ó ṣàwò títí tó fi gbà dé. You know the destiny that you pick. Those of you that have done your Itefa and your Itefa, you know the destiny that you have picked. And you have looked into your Odu. Ifa has told you who you are. Instead of you to be patient with it, you are looking for hit and run. You will hit it and you will run. When you run, you come back again. I have so many of them. I have been in the course of working as an Ifa priestess publicly for over 7 years. So trust me, I have seen those that have gone and come back, gone and come back. And eventually I asked them, where are you going? What's chasing you? What are you chasing? Sit down here and follow the steps. You are not only fixing yourself if you fix your Ori, you are fixing a generation, you are fixing a lineage, you are fixing a whole people. If your parents has been patient with it, you won't be doing what you are doing today. What's the difference between you and OBO? Baba Elolowo now. Yes. The difference between you and OBO is that his father is rich and your daddy is who he is. The choices that OBO's father made is what his children are reaping today and what his grandchildren and great-grandchildren will reap. So the choices you are making for today, you are making it for a whole generation to come. Thank you very much for the gift. Thank you. Keep tapping on your screen, please. Keep tapping, keep tapping. Patience is the virtue here, and your Ori, two things in that Odu. Activate your Ori and be patient. That's the Odu. And then I also taught them a spiritual practice. If you missed that, go to the YouTube channel, IYANIFA Ewa. Go to YouTube, type IYANIFA Ewa. IYANIFAEWA IYANIFA Ewa. Subscribe, turn on notification, and watch the replay of that Ashe for today. There are certain things that you have to do for yourself. Those spiritual practices, they are things that you can do for yourself. There is the part that your babalawo will do. There is the part that you will do. You don't, in Ifa, you just don't throw money at everything. Once you have a problem, you just throw money and they will go and fix it. The people that will take money from you will take it and do their part. Your own part, nobody is going to throw money at you to do it. You will have to do it for yourself, by yourself. So that is the recap of the first 2 episodes. We're going to continue on Monday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. The program is titled Ashe for Today, where you receive the Odrifa, the Ashe, and the Iwure for that day. What is Ifa saying for this new day? What is Ifa saying for this new day? You get the instruction. It shapes your life. It directs you to find where your blessing is, because my blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. Please type it in the comment section. My blessing is here now. It's not in the future. It's not coming from heaven. It's not, we are not lifting up our eyes from whence cometh our help. Our help is here. Is here. Olodumare has put it here for us. And the Odrifa directs us, our GPS that directs us to where to find it. Thank you very much. My blessing is here now. My blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. And I locate my blessings through the guidance of the Odu. Let's share it, Mary. So welcome to the Sunday morning live streaming today. mo ṣe àbọrú àbọyè o nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ń gbọ́ mi. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí ìkànnì Ifá College lórí TikTok àti Ìyánífà Ẹwà TV lórí YouTube. Èmi ọ̀rẹ́ yín, olólùfẹ́ yín, olùkọ́ yín náà ni Ìyánífà Awóbánkẹ́fà tí gbogbo ènìyàn mọ̀ sí Ìyánífà Ẹwà. Ẹ ṣé o, adúpẹ́ o. Báwo ni ọ̀sẹ̀ tó kọjá? Ṣé dáadáa la bá yín? Ṣé dáadáa nílé? Ẹ̀yin la máa máa rí, àwa náà lẹ máa máa bá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Thank you very much for joining us today. This is our Sunday morning live streaming, and this particular program airs every Sunday, 12 noon Nigerian time, which is 7 a.m. on the EST, 11 a.m. on GMT, and 3 p.m. for those of you in UAE. Today we are expanding, digging deep and dissecting a particular topic: how to choose the right babalawo and Iyanifa for yourself. First of all, let me start with the number of people that have come to me to say, Iyanifa, I reached out to a certain babalawo online. I reached out to a certain Iyanifa online. And when I first reached out to them, they were very open and happy. They were following me up. They made me feel loved and welcome. The moment I paid them, they just automatically went busy, left my messages unread. Some of you have come from the diaspora to Nigeria to do Itefa. Some of you are in Nigeria and you have gone to do your Itefa or your Ishefa or different things. But what you expected was not what you got. Because you are new to this. You are expecting a lot of follow-up. You are expecting community. You are expecting prompt response every time that you send a message, at least. You are expecting people to make you feel loved. You are expecting them to be able to answer your questions. At least they know that you are new. You were expecting all of that, you didn't get it, and it became very embarrassing, very frustrating for you. Some of you are even at the verge of giving up. You have spent money and you feel like, oh, was this what I saved up thousands of dollars to fly down to Nigeria to do? Was this what I saved up millions of naira to do? Is this it? I thought Isheshe would do better. Now, let me explain something to you. This video or this teaching today is not attempting at saying this babalawo is good, that babalawo is bad. No, I'm not Olodumare to know who is good and who is bad. We are just different. There's nobody that is good, there's nobody that is bad. Everybody has his own. But we are different. And just like, let me show you. Let me give you an example. Just like this. These are two different necklaces. Both of them are traditional necklaces. Two different things. Now, if I'm going out for a program that has to do with Oshun, I will likely wear this. This is good for that occasion. You can see this is the same color with my Oshun calabash. Now, if I'm going somewhere that is supposed to depict me in royalty, I will wear this. Same item, same value, different occasions, different reasons. That's the way we are. There's nobody that is good or bad. We are all just different. The same way you need to understand that babalawos are different in their calling, in their experience, in their gifts, in their way of communication, in their understanding and approach to life, in their everyday activities. They are different. So the responsibility is on you to look at, first of all, write down what are the things that you would want in a babalawo. Don't assume that everybody you meet will just know who you are, what you want, what fits you, and they'll be able to provide it just like that. No. You write the things that you need in a babalawo. What are those things that you're looking for? As I start this journey in Ifa, what are the things that I want? What are the things that I need? What are my own needs and how can it be met? Just for instance, if I'm a babalawo for myself and I have to be the oluwo for myself, what are the things that I will provide for myself? Put a list down on it. And then you now start to look out for somebody that fits into that list. If you want to employ someone, you know the kind of person you want to employ. You know the things to look out for as you communicate. Can't you employ somebody virtually? You can. There are stylish questions that you would ask as you communicate with them that will tell you whether or not this person fits into what you want and what works for you. You just don't say because, oh, this person has a huge following. Yes. Oh, I can see their videos, their live streaming. They know how to do the work. They know how to do the work. Everybody called Babalawo knows how to do the work. Everybody called IYANIFA knows how to do the work. It took so many years of training and experience before they got there. It's not a sandwich microwave thing. So trust me, to a large extent, we all know how to do the work. So it is not somebody who knows how to do the work that you are looking for alone. That's fundamental. That's basic. What other things are you looking for? Now, let me address those in diaspora. You are looking for somebody that bridges the gap of communication. Very important. Very important. Now, this is not supposed to say that babalawos or IYANIFAs, babalorishas, yalorishas, who cannot communicate fluently in English the way I'm communicating are lesser than me or I'm better than them. No. English is just one of the numerous languages in the world. And Yoruba is equally a good language. In fact, not equally, it surpasses it in time, in depth, in description, in character, in beauty, in sound. Yoruba surpasses English on every level. So this is not a, oh, she's talking down on people that don't speak English. No. But you are coming from an English speaking environment. English is your own first language. And there are several babalawos who can communicate perfectly in English and Yoruba like I do. So if you are coming from the diaspora or you live in Nigeria and you are somebody that is not very conversant with Yoruba Ijinle, I mean the conch and original form of Yoruba, that is one thing that you should look out for when you want to attach yourself to a babalawo or an IYANIFA. Because there are times when, see, the person is trying, to speak English to you. There are times when they can't find it's reconnecting on it's reconnecting on YouTube. If you are back live on YouTube, please let me know. Sorry for that interruption. The network just went off. So communication is one very important thing that you have to take note of. Right. So that's the first thing. Secondly, you need to see how patient the person is. If you are somebody that requires, see, you okay, we're back on YouTube. Sorry for that. You have to watch and see if the person is somebody that can be calm with you. You are asking them questions the first time, telling them to explain the second time. The, the person is sounding like, oh, no, I cannot. Then you now go ahead, you pay them money, they've done the service, and they are still not explaining things to you. And then you start to complain, no, you saw it already. You saw it already. You just decided to tell yourself that, because this Baba is strong, because he has 2 million followers, that's where I want to go. If you're somebody that requires community, you require closely knitted community, watch their social media. Watch how they construct things on their social media. If you get into the place of somebody that is community driven, you will know. You get to, if you come to my, for those of you on my WhatsApp contact, you see the things I post on my status. You will know that this person is an everyday life person. She's relatable. She talks about everything. She doesn't come here feeling like, oh, I'm highly esteemed Yanifa. And because of that, everybody just has to be a certain kind of way. No. So if you are somebody that needs that, look out for it, watch out for it. Watch out for how relatable that person is. Another very important thing, I think this is the first thing we should have started with, especially for those of you that are transitioning from Abrahamic religion and you are coming to Ifa for the first time, whether in diaspora or back home. Find an IYANIFA and a babalawo that can teach. Ifa is knowledge. Ifa is pure knowledge. Ifa is not miracle and magic. Ifa is not abracadabra. Ifa is just the things you know and the things you don't know. Ifa is pure knowledge. Oh. If you are not devoting time, and your babalawo or Yanifa is not devoting time to teaching, you are going to lose 90% of what you are supposed to get in Ifa. Ifa is knowledge. And that was what they tried to hide, because in that knowledge is where you are going to get everything that you need. So when you are choosing a babalawo and Iyanifa, focus on people that have time and gift and skills to teach. Is important. Somebody comes to you and says, or you go to a babalawo and they say, oh, you have done your itefa and your ishefa, and they give you your odu, and they hand you your odu, and they tell you three things about it. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't wear black. Do your ebo regularly, do your itutu regularly, case closed, and they give it to you. First of all, let me tell you, they just fulfill their obligation. They are not under an obligation to sit you down and be teaching you all the 400 essay that comes with your. Now, most of the babalawos that we have, older generation or people that were born into Isheshe, they are surrounded by, listen to this part attentively, they come from families of Isheshe practicing people. They are surrounded by people that practice Isheshe. So when you come to them for Itefa, for Ishefa, for Idafa, for any spiritual work, they give you basic information. They know your family is going to expand it. They know that you are coming from a place of knowledge. It's like if I'm speaking to somebody that is Yoruba, and I tell the person, Logbe, don't let me say cup. Or you say, Lomuru kereyenwa. When I'm speaking to someone that is Yoruba speaking, I say Lomu irukereyenwa. I don't need to be explaining further. But for you that is non-Yoruba speaking, if I want to tell you to bring this irukere, I will say Lomu irukereyenwa is white, is like horsetail, that thing that you watch in movies and the king is always holding. I have to give you further explanation because you are non-Yoruba speaking. Most of the people that, I mean, let's say 80% of Ifa practitioners we have right now, Babalawos and Iyanifas, they are from the older generation, or they were born and raised in families where Isheshe is their everyday life. So by default, they are coming from there. They assume everybody is like that. And it is not. You are a peculiar person. Let me say it again. Your case is different. Me and you, our case is different. We don't have friends and family that do Ifa. So if we go to a babalawo and we dafa, or we do Shefa and Itefa, if we get home, we don't have anybody that will hug us and say, I know how the journey is. How do you feel? What did the Baba say? Which Odu? That Odu, I remember. My father taught me 3 essay. Let me call one of my uncles. That is also his own Odu. He will be able to give you more essay. You don't have such people. Once you leave there, you go back home. Oyo is your case. OYO on your own. Who at a local is you and your ear. No other person is there with you. So you cannot afford to pick a babalawo who just gives you the basic that he is supposed to give you. That's the truth. So don't feel that, why will they not explain? At least I pay them. You did not pay them to be teaching you in school. You pay them to perform certain rites and rituals, and they've done it. That's what you paid for. You see, that teaching is extra for people that understand that this person I'm working with is transitioning from zero knowledge, and they are still in a state of confusion, and they are still trying to find their feet. Then the person decides, I will spend 1 hour explaining further to you. If you have any questions, you can always come back. Make sure you find people that are like that. Make sure you find people that are like that. Another part is find a babalawo that is relatable. A lot of you are scared to speak to your baba. If they say anything, okay, sir. Even if it is not okay with you, yes, I understand the respect, I understand that, but in respect, we can still be relatable. If the person is not somebody you find it easy to relate with, to talk to them, to pour out your heart, if they have done something for you and you are not satisfied, you can tell them respectfully, this is how you feel, without you being scared. Hey, I hope they will not be scared. I hope if I say something to them, they will not stand in front of the shrine and curse me out. I hope I'm not being rude. Once you are with a babalawo that you have to be walking on eggshells, my dear, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? This is your life we are talking about. It's like you decide to pick a lawyer to work on your case that you are scared to speak to. Why would you want to do that? How are you both going to win the case? How do you want to win the case of this life and this journey if you are walking on eggshells around the person you call Babalawo and Yanifa? This is not to tell Babalawos, change your way. Babalawo doesn't have to change his way for you. It is you that you find the one that fits you, not look for one Babalawo and want to force them to align with you. They are not born for you. They are not made for you. They have their own life, and that is the way they have chosen to live their own life. You go and find the one that works for you. Someone said, Ma, say something about Ogbe Rukusa. What can I say about Ogbe? Ogbe Rukusa is Ogbe on one side, Rukusa on the other side. If you need in that and to die for Ogbe Rukusa fún ẹ, also for nǹkan tó wà nínú ẹ̀, or you buy materials. I've told you, don't be coming to people's live stream and tell them to be telling you something about Odu. This Odu contains 400 essay approximately. Which one do I want to tell you? Which one do I want to tell you? What exactly do I know that you're looking for in it? If you need knowledge, see, we are talking about your life. You want to become a doctor. You don't go from one hospital to another and knock. Please, doctor, tell me something about medicine. Then you now pick it. Oh, please, doctor, tell me something about cardiovascular diseases. That's the way you want to become Dr. Kojo. You will sit down and have somewhere you are learning and you are being trained. Then you can meet people along the line and randomly ask questions. You have somewhere where you are being trained. This is your life we are talking about. Most people that ask you to talk about an Odu, that's the Odu that birthed them, because your man showed you, there's nothing you are looking for with it. You want to get information on the Odu that birthed you by fetching half. Sit down somewhere that is dedicated, that you know you are receiving the truth, and build your life on the Odu that birthed you. You people are not taking these things seriously. You don't know, you don't understand what Ifa is and what the Odu that birthed you is. Let me digress a bit. For those of you that don't know what we mean by the Odu that birthed you, there are 256 Odu Ifas, 16 major Odus. And then there is a cross of 16 by 16 that gives us 256. So there are 16 principal Odus. Those Odus, they, how would I put it? They mated each other. Let's use that word. They combined with each one. So 16 combined with 16 in different places to form 256. And those 256 Odu is the basics of life. If you understand this thing I just said, you have one life, 50%. Everything that is in the 256 Odu is the foundation of this human life on this earth as we know it today, and it is revolving around it. There is nothing that will ever happen or that has happened or that will happen that is outside of those 256 odu. It is complete life. So there is nothing about a certain person of all the 7 billion plus people on this earth. There is nothing about a certain person that you are not going to find inside that odu. Everybody's life is written there, not only human beings. There is odu that talks about stone. There is odu that talks about salt. There is odu that talks about honey, about trees, about mountains. There is odu that talks about different locations. There is an Odrifa that dedicatedly speaks about Islam as a culture, as a religion, as a people. A whole Odrifa talks about them. There is the Odu that speaks about the birth and the existence of Ìlú Òṣogbo. Odu tó bí Ìlú Òṣogbo là ń pè ní Ìdímìlẹ̀kẹ̀. There is a whole Odu long before Òṣogbo came into existence. So there is Odu for me, there is Odu for you, for all of us. It's like an encyclopedia of life. It's like if you want to play a game, Monopoly, Scrabble, then you have the manual. So every time you move in that game, you go and check, what does this mean? Pick 2, what does it mean? Pick 3, what does it mean? That is what the Odrifa is. Everybody's life in full is inside there. So you go through a divination that is called Itefa or Ishefa to find the Odu that speaks about you, that recorded the life that you have come to live. Because trust me, you are recycling life. This life you are living, you are just recycling life that somebody else has lived somewhere before. The same life you are living, somebody is living it somewhere. There is nothing new under the sun. There is nothing new. Find it. It has happened to somebody before. That is your Odu. You see that Odu is not something you take and you treat as though is just another thing in life, just another thing that they told us. No, your Odu is not just another thing. Your Odu is the thing. Excuse me, your Odu is the thing. That is the thing, the very essence of your life, the manual of your life. And you find it after you have done Itefa. So you see, when people come to me and they say, please, I need to have an in-depth, I need you to do an in-depth consultation. I want to know my purpose. I want to know why I'm here. I want to know what works for me. I've done this business and done this business. I want to know the right thing. There is no shortcut. Elo shefa, elo tefa. There is no shortcut to it. Anybody that says he wants to look at you like this and he wants to start to tell you your future, your destiny, how is that going for you? Those are everybody that's been telling you. How is it going for you? Your Odu is where you will find it. And once you have done your Itefa, for those of you that have not done your Itefa, somebody asks, what's the difference between Ishefa and Itefa? Itefa is done in person. Ishefa is the alternative that is done in absentia. Itefa gives you the Odrifa that breath you. Ishefa gives you an Odu that you can still be working with before you do your Itefa. The Odu is just a compass, a map of life, a summary, a manual of your life. So before you get the main manual, which is the one in Itefa, Ifa allows you to still be using the one for Ishefa. And you might have to do Ishefa based on maybe you are far away, based on the environment that you are, your spouse is not open to African spirituality, so you can't go through that process without them knowing. Maybe because of your job, you cannot be allowed time to go, whatever reason. Ifa says no more excuse. You can still do Ishefa. Get that Odu and still be working with that one, pending the time you will do your Itefa. When you have found that Odu, like I was saying before I answered the question, before you even go and do it, pick the right Babalawo and IYANIFA. Please keep tapping on your screen. When we get to 30K likes, I will continue. Keep tapping on your screen, please. Keep tapping. Keep tapping on your screen. Thank you for the gift. We appreciate it. Thank you. All from YouTube. I appreciate your gift. Thank you so much. That's the encouragement that we have. It's not easy to wake up every day, every morning, 6 to 7, and then we'll still come on Sunday. We are still here. It's not easy, but iṣẹ́ tó rí fi rán wa ni. Iṣẹ́ àwọn rúmọlẹ̀ ni, iṣẹ́ àwọn aláṣetò ni. A lè sọ pé àṣé. We just have to do it. It's what Ori has sent us to do. And at least I'm bridging a gap for a certain group of people. There's some of you that after you started watching my live streams, you started seeing my videos, is what made you resonate with it. But you say, okay, I think I found somebody I connect with. I think I found somebody that can lead me on this journey. That's why we are doing this. So please keep tapping, encourage us with your gifts and your taps. For those of you that have not been attending Ashe for today, Ashe for today is our morning program, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. every morning on this same channel where you are right now. Every morning, 6 to 7 a.m. IYANIFA TV on YouTube, Ifa College on TikTok. We share the Odrifa. Remember, I told you the Odrifa is manual of life. We share the Odrifa for the day. What is Ifa telling us today? We share that Odu. And then we also make the Iwure for the day. Iwure is how we make our prayers in Ifa. So we are digging up blessing. Iwure means to dig up blessings. So we direct ourselves on how to dig up the blessing for that day. Mr. Mike, thank you so much for the gift. Keep tapping on your screen. Somebody is asking, when you do an Idafa, some babalawos will tell you what is going on in your life verbatim. Some don't. Please explain. It's not the babalawo that is telling you. Listen. When you do Idafa, you are speaking to Ifa. You are speaking to Olodumare through Ifa. Babalawo does not see vision. He does not hear spirits. Spirits are not the ones that, it's not as if he looks at you. He holds the okpele and he looks at you. And the moment he does his okpele and he looks at you, he's seeing the vision of your life. You have 3 children. You have 21 husbands. Oh, you have built 7 houses. Oh, you have 3 sicknesses. No, Babalawo is not seeing vision. Ifa is pre-recorded information. Pre-recorded information that has been recorded from time immemorial. What the okpele does, or the Erindilogun, the cowrie shell, or the Ikin, what it just does, it gives the babalawo the code to be able to read what that situation is. That's just what it is. It's like you go into a, how do I put it? To a hotel where they have bunch of keys, and you want to be able to open your own room door, and the person asks you for your name and scans through their computer, and then he sees that your name is attached to room 347. That's the code. And then he picks the key to 347. You go there, you open the door, you find what you're looking for. Then somebody is saying that, how did that woman know that I'm in room 347? She doesn't know. She just scanned the code and she saw it. She's reading what is there. So when you make a divination, you are asking questions from Olodumare. Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. Understand it. Ifa is not a person. Ifa is not a being. Ifa is just an embodiment of knowledge. Ifa is information. Every information on earth. Science, medicine, biology, physics, accounting, whatever it is. Ifa is just information. Ifa contains spiritual information. Ifa is not just spirituality. So Ifa has that information. The okpele is what gives it the code. I've explained this several times. Your okpele is just means of communication. It's like a telephone that you hold to dial and speak to Olodumare. Now, on that telephone, it speaks with code. The person that is explaining the code to you is a babalawo. All he's just doing is explaining the Odu to you. That's all he's doing. What brings up the code is your name, which is why they ask you for your name and your mother's name. Like the person at the hotel reception will ask you, what's the name that you registered with? And then they will enter your name and the code of your key will come out. The babalawo will ask you for your name. It is your name and the situation you are at that time that is going to bring it out. So what the Odu says is what the babalawo will tell you. Now, I was explaining something to you that you need to understand. When a divination is done, a particular code comes out. There are 256 of it. Anyone can come out. Take, for instance, a Jiogbe comes out. Remember, those of you that have joined Ashe for today, for the last 2 days, 1st and 2nd of August, we were talking about a Jiogbe, the same Odu. One part of the Odu was Ayoyogu, Ayoyogu. We read that whole essay. He talked about joy. He talked about people that anything Odu the person is going through a situation that is causing them pain and sadness. The person is going through a difficult situation that is making them unhappy, either directly or indirectly. And Ifa says, this is what they have to do. That is one essay in Ejiogbe. Another essay in the same Ejiogbe was the one we treated on the 2nd day that talked about your Ori. He says Ori Shawotiti, Ori Gbade, and the rest of it. Now, 2 essay in the same Odu talking about something different. So if the babalawo that you have gone to, if he knows only 5 essay in Odu Ifa Ejiogbe, he's going to interpret Ejiogbe based on the 5 essay that he knows. That's what he's going to tell you based on the 5 essay that he knows. He cannot recount all the 400 essay to you in one sitting. So if your situation is joy that you are looking for, and that babalawo does not know ayoyogu, or any other Odu, any other essay that talks about joy, the one he knows is about Ori, and he explains it to you. He didn't lie to you, is what is in Ejiogbe that he told you. Which is why I said Ifa is about knowledge. So what he can never get wrong is the outcome of that code. He can never get that one wrong. He doesn't control it. Olodumare controls that one by themselves. So they've given you the Odu. They've dropped it down like this. And the Odu that came out is Ojiogbe. He has told you Ejiogbe. Whatever essay that he recounts to you and he tells you is fine, is correct, is not wrong. He doesn't have any reason to lie to you. You will now go back home and dig more information on that Odu. That's why I said, Ifa is a you and us thing. Your responsibility is not on the babalawo. Why is this babalawo saying this? And why is this one not saying this? There is nothing hidden in the knowledge of Ifa. The moment you get the Odu, you too go and research Odu Ifa Ejiogbe. You will find the essay that talks about that thing that you went to do a divination for. You will find it. It is there. But to say that every babalawo per time should be able to give you all the information that you need at time is just you. Excuse me, let's solve this puzzle thing. It's just you demanding something that is not practical from another human being. Same thing with when you do your Itefa, which is why I was stressing on choose the babalawo that works for you. Back in the day, when somebody comes to a babalawo and they do their Idafa, and babalawo said Odrifa Oyeku, a lot of them already know Oyeku because they learned it growing up, whether they are babalawo or not. You learned it just like you learned Bible, despite the fact that you are not a pastor, just like you learned the Quran, despite the fact that you are not an imam or afa or sheikh. The same way they learned the Odu. So when the babalawo says, dafa fun yin o, you will see the Odu that is out on it. Ogbe Oyeku lo jade o. You have been taught Ogbe Oyeku already. Those essays will start to come up in your head. The Baba will tell you the one he can tell you. You will still go home and gather more essays from the people around you. But for those of us that were not raised like that, The responsibility is on us to learn. The responsibility is not on the babalawo. I will say it a million at one time. The responsibility is not on the babalawo, which is why the most important step in this journey is knowledge. Look for a babalawo or an IYANIFA community that teaches. Nobody can give you all the information you need in Ifa. Sometimes you are the one that will find that information yourself. When I did my Tefa, I gathered I did it with a priest that is knowledgeable. He's a scholar. He's educated. He's exposed. He's an elderly man, but he's one of the people that has contributed majorly to the growth of Ifa and Isheshe, both in Nigeria and in the diaspora. And then he brought an additional babalawo too that is equally as knowledgeable. I was able to get a lot of information. Now, away from that, the babalawo I chose is my spiritual father. We have a very cordial relationship. I visit him, I spend time in his house. My children and his children are friends. We are family, we are blood. He sees something, he will text me immediately. I think that's where I went to do my own Itefa. Despite that, when I was done, I went around looking for more information about buying books, going around getting more and more information. I employed let me use the word employed because I pay the person on a monthly basis. I employed a researcher, babalawo. He's a researcher, but he's also a babalawo. Paid him, this my Odu. Everywhere you are making research and you find anything on it, please just send it across to me. That is, I'm not doing that because I'm an IYANIFA and I'm starting up a school. My Odrifa is for my life. It's not for social media. It's not for Ifa College. The only people that can benefit from it are the people that also share my Odu. So when they come to me, I already have tons of information on it to give to them. But aside from that, it is for me. And on this journey, everybody, all man for himself, Neo. So that is the responsibility that you have to take. Your IFA is something that you have to be super invested in. You have to map out a certain amount of money every month that goes into getting knowledge of IFA, which is why I had to place a hold on so many other things that I was doing to focus on IFA College. Because the moment we bridge the gap of knowledge, Black people are about to reclaim everything that was taken away from them. Now, part of what I am doing with this is why I started the Ashe for today. For those of you that haven't been attending the Ashe for today, it's a 1-hour morning program. We are following the line and the instructions in Ifa that says, these are, when we wake up first thing in the morning, these are the things that we are supposed to do. Waking up first thing in the morning, you speak to Ifa, ask Ifa, how is today going to look like? And Ifa responds to us through the Odu. I know a lot of you don't have Ifa. You don't even know how to read it. Some of us have learned it, we know. And we want to guide you every day. That is why we set up Ashe for today. You receive the Odu Ifa for the day. Some people have started learning Odu Ifa through that program. Learning Odu Ifa for free. Replay is on the YouTube channel. Go to IYANIFA Ewa TV on YouTube. Go to YouTube, search IYANIFA Ewa TV. You will see the replay there. If you follow Ashe for today every day between now and the end of the year, you will have learned 300 and how many days in a year? 365 days. You will have learned the entire Odu. At least one essay in the entire Odu. The following year, we will continue again, recycling different essay in Odu Ifa. Imagine what you would have known in Ifa in the next 5 years if you follow Ashe for today. knowledge that you need for your life. So every morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time, on this TikTok channel and on IYANIFA Ewa TV YouTube channel. YouTube channel is our focus. TikTok people, I'm just transitioning you little by little, there, until we are no longer on, until we no longer have Ashe for today on TikTok. YouTube is our focus. Let's focus on that one, please. Go there, IYANIFA Ewa TV on YouTube. IYANIFA Ewa TV. IYANIFA Ewa TV. Go there, subscribe, turn on notifications, set your alarm. Instead of you jumping from one prayer program in the morning to another prayer program, God will do it. God has done it. I bind, I catapult. Somebody even told me last week that there's a program called Spiritual AK-47. How did we get into this madness? How did we get into this? AK-47 ni bo. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan? What is, how did we get here? With all the knowledge we have in Ifa, somebody is still cajoling you into believe your blessing will fall down like manna from heaven. God will do it. My joy is coming. And they make it sound so nice. Oh, he will do it. The Lord that did it before, we do it again. Why can't he do it now? What is forcing him? Why does everything about him have to do with future? Yet, people of color, people of black descendants, Ifa says everything we have is here now. Olodumare has made everything. Our blessing is here now. We call it Iwure in Yoruba. Iwu means to dig up. Ire means goodness. When you dig up something, do you dig up something that is coming from up? You dig up something that is around you, something that is in your vicinity. Yoruba is a descriptive language. He says, dig it up. You dig up your blessing. So every morning, 6 to 7 a.m. Nigerian time, on this channel, on IYANIFA Ewa TV on YouTube, you will be there every morning to receive the Odrifa for the day, to know the instruction for the day. What is the Odrifa? The Odrifa is the GPS of life. It's the one that directs you to where to find it. We say our blessing is here. Okay, my blessing is here. How do I find it? If you are looking for somewhere, if you are trying to get somewhere and you don't know it, what do you do as you enter into your car? You enter the address in the GPS, it takes you there. Or you search it on the GPS, it takes you there. Everything we need for life is here. Odrifa will direct us to where to find it. Direct us as to what to do. What is blocking that thing? What area are you looking for? Your own is childbirth. Odrifa will tell you, are you destined to have a child or not? So that you will not waste your time. It's not everybody that is destined for everything. Don't let religion continue to deceive you. Everything in life is not destined for everybody. That is why it is called destiny. Please keep tapping on your screen. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping. Thank you for the gift. Keep tapping, keep sharing. Everybody chose a different path. Odrifa will tell you the one on that path that you chose. Because everybody is succeeding in pure water business does not mean if you start to succeed. Because everybody is making it in stocks does not mean the time you buy stocks it will not crash. There are things that works for us as individuals. Odrifa directs us to what works for you as an individual. 6 to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. On ESC, that will be 1 to 2 a.m. You are just starting your day. Join in. Listen to what the Odu says for that day. Listen to the Ashe, the Iwure. Little by little, you will be learning how to pray the right way. Not I beg, oh God, I beg. Atoro, abebe, Oluwa, ẹ ṣàánú mi, ẹ má wò mí níran báyìí, ìyà yìí ti pọ̀ jù. What is that? What does that even sound like? Coming from a people that said God loves us, he says that if we being evil know how to give good gifts, how much more will our Heavenly Father give to us? We that are evil, in quotes, We give to our children without our children asking. But your heavenly Father has made you continue to sit and be asking for one thing for 20 years. You don't even know whether he's saying wait. You don't know whether he's saying no. You don't know whether he's saying yes. Until the day you see the miracle, that is when you know that he has said yes. Is that life? You think that is the kind of life that the divine and supreme being intended for us? If that is the kind of life that the divine intended for us, he just brought us into this world to just make us suffer unnecessarily. Because what is the meaning of that life? That is not what Olodumare intended that it should be. Everything you need in life, it is already here. You are not supposed to be, what's it called, to be begging and be hoping and be wishing, and then when you don't receive it, you have to gaslight yourself into being appreciative of something you have not yet received. How does that even make sense? As a human being, how is that logical? And they tell you, we don't deal with the things of God with logic. I'm not asking for the things of God. I'm asking for the things of human being. You are asking for money, for children, for a good job, a good business, for direction in life. How is that things of God? Is the things of ordinary people, human beings. People that don't know your God are receiving it. So why would it now be something that a father can give a child? Those of you that have been seeking for children, married for years without children, you think if your mother can give you children, she won't give you? You think she wouldn't have given you children since all these years? So why is it God that now has to take so long to explain to him that this is what I need and I need it now? 2 days ago, my husband and I were talking about this issue of women that have waited so long before they have children. And then I remember back in church, I preached that sermon. Kí Olódùmarè foríjì wá, because àti kọ́kọ́kúkọ, àti kọ́ àwọn èèyàn ní kọ́kúkọ nígbà ẹ̀mọ́. And they will tell you that people that are waiting on God, look at those women that waited to their old age. They came on to have special children. What does that even mean? Which child is not special? Children are just different on this earth to fulfill different purposes. There is no child that is more special than another one. If you are really a spiritual person, break down that conversation and ask me, does it make sense? So those of you that your mother had you early in life and she didn't wait until old age to have special child, you are not special. And you or you that you have children, you got married at age 30, you had a child at age 31. Are you not going to church to thank God for the child that you have? But they told you that all the women that stayed until old age, like Sarah and Anna and Kinikom, they had God was preserving their womb for special children. Mary did not have Jesus in old age, and Jesus is supposed to be special. They just say all of these things to manipulate you, so that in case your child does not come early naturally and it happens in old age, you will be telling yourself that I'm waiting because I'm receiving a special child. If you ever have a child, you're going to have the same type of child that everybody is having. One head, one destiny, one unique life, one unique fingerprint. These things are not for how long? So at the program we have every morning, Ashe for today, we will open the Odrifa for ourselves. What does Odu have to say? What is Olodumare saying to us today? The Ire that we want for today, is it Ajay that you want? What does Ifa say about Ajay? Why is your Ajay being delayed? Ifa will tell you, because money is something that we need in this life. It's not something we are supposed to be hoping and praying for. We need it for everyday life. God does not need to be told that you need money for everyday life. Why do you have to? Why? You are doing business, you have a career, yet nothing seems to be working. And you are hoping that, and you feel that God does not understand the situation you are. You just have to pray and shout and be sweating and be doing gymnastics. Oh, just I scatter, I bind, I electrocute, I catapult. What really? Seriously? The same money that people are sitting in their office and legit pressing their computers and they are making money. The same money that people are opening business and people are coming to patronize them without opening a shop or inside their one bedroom apartment doing Facebook adverts and they are turning in sales. That's the same money that you are hoping and wishing and speaking Bible verse over. Instead of you to find out, in this my destiny, what is the source of income that my destiny picks? What is that career or job I'm supposed to do? Open Odrifa and find it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing, oh. And then you go there, and you start to do it. Oh, something is happening in your family. There are some choices that your father or your mother made, and something happened and is having a negative effect on their financial life. Those things are real. If I will tell you how to get out of it, you follow instructions step by step, you will get out of it. Not we are hoping, we are wishing, we are binding, we are casting. That's not how it works. If God needs to be reminded of what you need, and you need to continue to remind him, then you have to question his authority as the all-knowing. Somebody is asking, so you mean that in Ifa Nisheshi, you don't ask? We do not ask that things be given to us. We ask for directions of how to get it because we know we already have it. And the reason we are asking for direction at this age was because they lied to us to turn our eyes away from the direction decades ago, centuries ago. Look at what our lives, our families, our generation, ancestors used to be like. Everybody had their own career. They succeeded in the way that Ori has said they were going to succeed, and they were satisfied with it. Nobody was leaving what he was doing and looking for what somebody else is doing, looking to somewhere else. They knew what their destiny was. They knew what they were called for. They stayed with it. They succeeded with it. They were satisfied with it because they know this is what is for them. They were not somewhere hoping and wishing and praying. I keep saying it and I will repeat it again. I keep saying this and I'll repeat it again. If you need to speak to me personally, I've just pinned the WhatsApp number. The WhatsApp number has been pinned on, what's it called? On TikTok. Yeah. So I keep saying this. If you enter into church today, you're a member of a church or a member of a mosque, and you go to the US Embassy today, you apply for visa and they give you. You enter into church today, it's a testimony. Your pastor's star has risen up. Yes, pastor said it, that everybody that is looking for visa will get, and God has answered it. Pastor said everybody that wants visa will get it, and God has answered it. What if you are not destined to leave the country where you are born? God has answered you. Yet, the moment you cross to that abroad, challenges are still there. Some of you will be there. They will be sending you money from home. Especially the number of people that have jackpot now in the last 2 years. You don't want to know how many calls we as spiritualists receive every day. For people saying they traveled abroad, they sold property, they took loans, they are here, and things are still not working. Yet, the day that you got that visa, God was the one that did it. Instead of you to sit down and ask Ifa, where am I supposed to be at the right time? Where? Am I supposed to be here? Am I supposed to be there? Find out. No. Be doing collective prayer, collective destiny, as if everybody came to this life to live the same kind of life. Everybody has to go to the abroad. There's nothing wrong in going to the abroad. The earth is the Lord. So you can decide to be anywhere, but please be where your destiny has approved that you are going to be. Be at the place that your destiny will be able to dig out the ore that is given to you. Because some of you are in UK at the moment. Your ire is in Abuja. Your ire is in Ilorin. What you are digging, as you are digging ire tó ń wú ore ní UK yẹn, iyẹ̀pẹ̀ àtòkúta ló ń wú. Ire yẹn ò lè débẹ̀. As you are digging up your blessing in that abroad that you are in, you are just digging sand and stone. Your ire is not there. Your blessing is not there. Your blessing is somewhere else. Find out. Find out. I will answer the question. So join us. Join us every morning, 6 to 7 a.m. IYANIFA TV. Go there, turn on, subscribe, turn on notification. Another major thing for you to learn in IFA is how to pray the right way. You see this rubbish we have been praying. I command, I beg, I pray, I pull down, I destroy, I scatter. I don't understand. First of all, who are you commanding? Is it Olodumare you are commanding? Or the things in this world that are in their own authority? You think because you are a human being, you are higher than the spirit that is present in this tree, or you are higher than the spirit that is present in water or in the air. That's why you are commanding. I command every blessing to come from. You have been commanding since all this day. Auntie, how is it going? Learn to pray the right way in Ifa and Isheshe. When we pray, we don't command, we don't beg. We make, you call the things that you want. These things are here, you call it. Based on this is a casual conversation. Can I message you? You can send a message on WhatsApp at any time. I will respond after this live streaming is over. Life is not that hard. Praying in Isheshe is not hard. Let me give you an example. Take, for instance, generally speaking, everybody is praying for money. Ajay is the Orisha of money. Ajay was sent into this earth as an Orisha for money. That is the job of Ajay. Please post the number. That's the job of Ajay. Then you now sit down with Ajay and make Ajay, you are the one that is bringing money. How do we go about it? We say things like, Agbe tó ń gbére pàdé olókun, má gbére pàdé olókun mọ́, wá gbére bọ̀ wá bá èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá. Àlùkò tó ń gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà. I just pinned the WhatsApp number and it was posted by Royal Art. Àlùkò tó ń gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà, má gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà mọ́, má gbé wá bá èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá. What does that mean in English? Agbe is a bird. Is the one that takes blessings to Olokun. Olokun is the Orisha of the seas. Aluko is a bird. Is the one that takes blessing to Olosa. Olosa is the Orisha of the ocean. Now look at the ocean and the sea. If Agbe is carrying blessing to Olokun, and the waters of the sea is in that abundance, and the sands of the sea is in that abundance, Agbe, please bring that blessing to me too. Agbe that is the job of Agbe. That is what it does. You are directing it to come to you. Àtọ̀tún àtòsì lẹyẹlé fi ń kóre wá. The pigeon brings blessings from east and west, from left and right, from north and south. You are telling the pigeon to bring blessing to you. The job of the pigeon is to bring blessing. You are not begging it. You are not commanding it. You are not instructing it. You are just saying, me too, I'm here. Oh, come and attend to me, because that is what you do. We say, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀dí òkun, kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀dí ọ̀sà, ọmọ aráyé ò ní mọ̀dí mi. Nobody knows the depth, the beginning, the secret, the foundation of the ocean. Nobody knows the foundation or the starting point of the seas. Nobody is going to know my secret. The way I bring out money and the way I replenish it àṣírí mi ò ní tú lójú ọmọ aráyé, wọ́n nítorí pé àṣírí ẹ̀kọ kò ń tú lójú ewé. Ẹ̀kọ is a meal, the corn meal, and it is put inside away the leaf. The secret of how ẹ̀kọ became ẹ̀kọ, the leaf will never know, even though they are working together. So I make ìwúre for myself. My inner secret, the source of who I am. When Yoruba says àṣírí èèyàn ò ní tú, you will not be disgraced. I will not go through any form of shame and disgrace, even with the people that we work side by side and we are close. That is ìwúre. You are not saying every something. It is not. Simple conversation that comes from the place of knowledge, from the place of things that we see every day. It gives you the authority that if Olodumare has established these things that we see every day like this, and these things don't need to beg. The ocean does not need to beg that every time we take water out of it, it should be replaced. It is naturally just replaced. So if Olodumare naturally replaces the sand of the sea, irrespective of how many you take away, you will just tell yourself to my finances so has to be naturally replaced and replenished. Simple. Kojunyelo is not more than that. It's not gymnastics. Now, how do you learn all those precedents of because this has happened, let this happen to me? That is what seeking knowledge is about. That is what seeking knowledge is about. And that is why those of us that can teach are here to teach. So if you have not started the course that I put together on praying the right way in Ifa, I don't know what you are doing. I don't know what you are doing if you have not started to learn how to pray the right way in Ifa and Isheshe. Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to see if we can find the subscription board. I don't know what you are doing. If you are on, what's it called? If you are on YouTube, you will see a button on the profile that says join. It will show you join. Click on it and join. Is it join? Let me see. Is it open? Open it on your phone. Let me show you to them. Click on join. You will see the different programs and teachings that I have that I've recorded. You will see praying the right way or how to make Iwure. Click on it, join, and start to learn. Change your tongue from all this, God, I'm begging, I'm hoping, I'm wishing. Change it. If you're on TikTok, go to the profile. You will see subscribe, subscription, subscribe. Click on it. Subscribe for praying the right way in Ifa and start to learn. There is no babalawo that is going to do that part for you, irrespective of how much money you have. Let me flip the camera for those of you on, what's it called? If you want to subscribe on, it's YouTube, but still. So if you get to the YouTube channel, you see IYANIFA, you see subscribe. This one is regular subscription. You see join. You click on it. When you click on join, it takes you to, you see it here, pray the right way. Iwure. You click there, you click on join. You see how much it is there. Let's focus. You see 600 naira, 600 naira pere to learn how to join, to learn how to do your Iwure the right way. Those of you on YouTube, let me see if we can flip the camera and show it to you. That's it right there. So when you get to IYANIFA page, it's going to look like this. You'll be able to see join. You see, subscribe and join. Click on join. It takes you here. You see, praying the right way. Click on it, click on the join, and then continue. You will learn. You will learn how to do these things. Nobody is going to teach you that. The babalawo is not going to teach you that. So many people wonder how I was born and raised. Please check the one on TikTok. How I was born and raised in a Christian home. For those of you that don't know my story, I was born in a strong Christian family. My great-grandfather was a reverend. in the Methodist church. My grandfather was a reverend in the Anglican church. My parents started attending Deeper Life Church when I was 83. So practically when I was born. And I was in Deeper Life Church till I got to uni. When I got to the uni, I joined Christ Embassy dedicatedly and committedly till I became an assistant pastor in Christ Embassy for years. So most people wonder, with that background, how are you able to know so much about Ifa right now? How are you able to know so much about the Odu to the point that you can teach people? I went to seek this information. I went to seek this information. I spent years traveling from one town to another, going outside Nigeria to neighboring West African countries. In my search, I spent 1.5 years, almost 2 years in Ghana, because I know that they do Ifa in Ghana too. Learning how they do Ifa in Ghana, Benin Republic, Togo, to go and learn outside of that is after I was done with the southwestern states. Seeking information and learning. I have recounted this particular story several times. There was one Baba that I needed information from. And they said, this particular thing is this Baba that can give you the, how would I put it, the depth of this information. This is his own focus in Ifa. And I went there. For 2 weeks, I was in that town, village in quotes, waiting to see the Baba. Every day we get there, he's busy. He has a meeting. He has a lot of guests. Going back and forth, back 2 weeks, I was paying for hotel, feeding myself in a town where I knew nobody for 2 weeks until I was finally able to meet the Baba. When I met him, the information I was seeking, everything the Baba told me was not more than 5 minutes. He said that's it, that the rest, as I continue in my journey in Ifa, I will get more knowledge. 2 weeks to get information of 5 minutes. And he doesn't allow you to record, doesn't allow people to bring camera around him. So everything was inside my head, but I was allowed to write with biro. That is how far I went. All of this whole journey, coming to Ifa, coming to Isheshe, was in the last 10 years. And here we are. So I don't know what your excuse is. And I still have jobs that I do. I still have my own businesses and empires that I build. Last year, Jumari, since I started life, I have never had to work for anybody. I had to do business from time to time, here and there, building different companies, different brands. And by God's grace, by the grace of Olodumare, of Ifa, of our ancestors, and the people that birthed me and raised me, because I owe a lot of my business success to them, I have been able to build 6 different companies in Nigeria, in Ghana, in South Africa, in Dubai, in the US, in UK, and I'm moving. Last year, Jumari, before the end of this year, we are expanding into Kenya and Canada. I still run my businesses. I'm still a mother with 5 kids that I homeschool. Yes, because I travel a lot, I don't do traditional, conventional schooling. I homeschool my kids so that they can travel with me to every country that I go to, and they don't have, their schooling doesn't have to be stopped. And I'm still learning Ifa. And we are still increasing knowledge every day. So what exactly is your excuse? And why would somebody like me focus on that? Because I know that the background I'm coming from, nobody is going to teach me. And because I know that there is no babalawo that owes me anything. Some of the time when I need certain information, I will tell the Baba, I will send you money for card, or I will send you money for, I will buy a gift. They don't demand for it, but I understand what I'm doing. By the time you send card today, send money for card tomorrow, buy this for them, buy that for them. The day they see information that you need, you are not the one that is going to ask them. They are the ones that is going to call you to say, come, oh, there's something happening there that you might need, or it's useful for your college that you are building, for the things that you are doing. Which is why I said, as you are choosing your babalawo and your IYANIFA, you need somebody that you can communicate with very well. You need somebody that is patient enough to handle the kind of person you are. You need somebody that is knowledgeable and is able to share that knowledge. Some people have wealth of knowledge, but they don't have the gift of being able to pass it. They don't know how to explain to people in the way that people will understand. It's not their fault. They don't have it. And then you have to stick with a babalawo or an IYANIFA who is a researcher. Nobody knows Ifa in full. It's not possible. We are all researching every day on learning, relearning, and learning new things every day. YouTube people, is the light still on? We are all researching and relearning every day. Then finally, look for a babalawo or a IYANIFA that is community based. People that know how to carry people along in a community. Some people just have naturally, they have mother instinct, parenting instinct. Naturally, they will just check on you. I have some priests and priestesses who are friends who are like that. They will just check on you from time to time. How are you doing? What's happening? I have a few minutes. I just want to hear from you. Is everything okay? It's not every time that we have to communicate just because we have a problem. Do you understand? So for those of you in on TikTok, this is how you can access the Iwure, how to learn how to pray in Ifa initiation. So when you get to IYANIFA Ewa, you get to YouTube channel, sorry, our TikTok channel, this TikTok channel you are on. This is how the interface looks like. You see where you find subscription. You see subscription. Click on subscription. You click on subscription. It takes you, see, it takes you to where you will subscribe. So you see all of these videos are locked because this person has not subscribed. And then you click on subscribe and then you continue and you continue. And as I am coming across different forms of Iwure per time, I will share it with you. Make a video, post it. Make a video, post it. Where are you going to find them? Find what? What question are you asking? Where are we going to find? So these are the things that you need to understand as you come into IFA, particularly those of you that are just transitioning. I have a program, we have a program at the IFA College called Now That I Have Come to IFA, What Next? How do I navigate this journey? You say, where do you find them? Where are you going to find them? The babalawo and the IYANIFA. You will look for them around. You will find them in physical location. You find them in online space. There is no GPS that leads you to where babalawo and IYANIFA is. What's the question on YouTube? Please read it out for me. Can you what? Speak out, speak out. Okay, send a message on WhatsApp for those of you that are not able to make payments on the subscription platform. Yes, there are other payment options like transfer, and then you'll be added to the channel where you can view the videos, right? There are other payment methods if you cannot subscribe directly. Yes, there is. So finding the babalawo and the IYANIFA is you that you will look. Tell your ori to direct you to the place where you will find the person that you can work with. Now, I have a lot of people that I work with, and last year, Edumare, it's been a wonderful and a successful journey. I have different programs for different people. When you come to me, I will make a divination for you. I would assess you Where are you right now? What is it that you need? And then there will be a program for you. Some people are in my spiritual mentoring program. Some people come to IFA and then we find out that they have a spiritual calling on their own. There's a different group for those people. Now, there's the general community for everybody that we say, now that you have come to IFA, what is next? What are the things that you do? How do you practice this? Every form of spirituality has their own practice. You just don't come and then everything happens automatically. You have to learn how things are done here. You have to know the things you are not supposed to do. You have to know what you are supposed to do, when you are supposed to do it. Everything has been laid down. Thank you for the gift. And it's easy for me to be able to do that because, like you, I also transitioned. I went through certain steps before I got here. And those steps that I went through, made some mistakes here, wasted time here, did this there, that there. Now we have removed all the, you know how you take your videos into AI to remove all the parts of it that is, and then it gives you a concise, yeah. So we've been able to remove all of those parts and then put them together in this way where you can access it in a particular place and makes the journey easy for you. So if you are still contemplating, I want to come to Nigeria for my DEFA, I don't know who to go to, I don't know how to go to it, you can always come to me. You can always come to my team. I don't work alone. No Babalawo works alone. No IYANIFA works alone. I have also carefully picked my team members to understand, see, this is what I represent. These are the kind of people that I am reaching out to when it comes to Ifa and Isheshe. So these kind of people, these are the kind of people they need. I have carefully selected my team and then together we are doing our own part. How can a non-Yoruba person communicate to Ifa in prayer? That is why that program is there. Praying the right way in Ifa is explained both in English and in Yoruba. Both in English and in Yoruba. So whether you are non-Yoruba, you are welcome. All the 256 Odifa is translated in English. The prayers is translated in English. Every course that we take at the Ifa College is translated in English. So language is not an excuse. As we continue to get more financial support, we would also translate into other languages. It could be in French, in Spanish, in Portuguese, in Mandarin, in Chi. For my Ghanaian audience, I know you are desperately waiting for us to translate into Chi and Gan. We will be able to do that as much as we get other resources, as long as we get other resources. So this whole project is to move Ifa and Isheshe forward. It's not about me. Long after I am gone, Ifa and Isheshe will be easy for people that are coming after us to practice. If we had structure like this, you and I will not be where we are right now, falling into the hands of different people just to be able to find our way in Ifa. If something like this existed 50 years ago, we will just walk in there, get the information we need, and move on. That is why we are setting this up. And I cannot do it alone. There's just so much I can do as a person, no matter how wealthy I am. So we need the support of everybody. It's not everybody that is called to be the face of an IFA brand and to speak like this and to do, all of that. Some of you are wondering, how do I contribute if I cannot be in the faces of people like you are? There are so many other ways you can contribute. You can support with your skill. If you have a certain skill that you know that will help us to be able to promote IFA, to be able to expand it, to be able to distribute it around. Some of you, you have a local language and you speak English well. You speak Yoruba well. You also speak another language. You can help us interpret materials or translate materials into that language. The same way you have come to IFA, people that are of your own local language too, they too can come to IFA. Yes, we know that we can use AI, but you and I both know how AI translates into languages that are not major languages. So you can contribute your skill in that. You are a tech person, you are a PR person, you are into marketing, advertising, you just know that you have something that can help to push this forward. Reach out. And if you can support with finances, no matter how little, I tell people, if you are not comfortable with giving me money, you don't even have to give me money. I personally am not asking for anybody's money. Personally, I don't need it. I mean, I need money, but not to solicit money from people. But for this project, there are things that we need to do. You can just ask, please, Yanifa, what are the things that need to be paid for? We have a project here that costs this and this. Take the direct contact of the people that is providing that service. Pay them so that the services will be provided and we know that that part is done. The same energy with which these Abrahamic religious folks pushed their religion to the point that they have mentally bombarded us with this jargon that is going on. The same way, we have to put in 10 times more effort to push Ifa and Isheshe to the ends that it can get to. A lot of people are sitting down in their house right now. They are contemplating, should I go back? Should I connect back to my roots? Should I not? Then they scroll on YouTube and then they find a channel like this. Or like, wow, this lady does Ifa and she's this educated and exposed, eloquent and good looking, and she's young, It's not like there's some people that will relate with that. They find that, and that is what they need. They have joined Ifa. So we have to be able to distribute in every way possible to distribute this message. Do you know why they can give you free Bible? You get to a hotel, there is free Bible by your side. You will get into somewhere, there is free Bible, free Quran. There is no free Bible anywhere else. Some people are paying for it. Some people are constantly putting money into projects to make sure that this lie and this deception goes as far as it can go. They are pushing it literally into your face and in your nose. I was a pastor in Christ Embassy, so trust me, I know what it is to push ministry materials into people's nose. Other people are paying for it. We can have that in Ifa. We can have that for our own culture, for our own language, for our own things. There's so many materials that need to go out in Yoruba language. Children need to be taught in exciting ways about Yoruba. We have so many ideas at the Ifa College on how to be able to distribute the message of Ifa, but we cannot do it alone. So if you know anybody that knows anybody that has all these rich uncles and OBO parents, I can just say, you know what, we like what you are doing. Help the next YouTube people, sorry. We are back. You're not even checking. We are supposed to be checking YouTube. YouTube is the one that loses voice because of the YouTube. Sorry, the voice is back now. So you were saying how much are we looking at? Like I said, it depends on the project. We can have the project written down and the target for it, and maybe have like a GoFundMe, but I don't want to push that out just yet, in the faces of people. Let us still be bringing our people in with knowledge. But for those of you that know that these projects need money, you can reach out privately. We will give you the list of the so many things that we have lined up that keeps coming. People, in fact, people send ideas to me as though I'm the one that is born to do these ideas. Do we still have voice um, on YouTube? Okay. People send ideas to me. They show me things. We can do this for Ifa, as though I'm the only one that is supposed to do it. You understand? Please send the WhatsApp number. There is a Ade Tuwo, something like that. Please send the on YouTube, on TikTok, sorry, so that the person can reach out. So we'll pick up this project, whichever one that we can do. We will continue to talk about it. As more and more people are hearing the truth, they will rethink the lies that they are hearing, and they will look at it like, there are certain very influential people that need to come to Ifa. The moment they come, the way those people push the things they believe in with their resources, with their connection, we need such people. But how will they know if they don't hear this truth? As you are hearing it, some of you have been hearing about Ifa for like a year now. You're like, let me continue to pay attention. After like 1 year, this Ifa safe. Let me do it. It's because there was consistency in the information you were receiving. If it was a one-time thing, you just take your mind off it. Because there is consistency. And that consistency is, it's what's that Yoruba word? Money, owo ni keke eyin rere. It's money that is going to fuel and push these things. You understand? So please, no matter how little it is, support this, support this. As you give your gift and we withdraw the money for this, we use it to run adverts, to go out in the dailies, to do this and do that. If you're somebody that is in PR, you do newspaper publication, or you have people that do, you have blogs, or you have people that do TV stations, local, international, anywhere. We need to put this news out as much as we can. As we are dropping the words of Ifa, it continues to ring. They turn here, they hear Ifa. They turn there, they hear Ifa. They turn there, they hear Ifa. That way, we are bringing our brothers and sisters back together. And Africa will be great again. It's Africa that needs to be great again, not the other country that they are doing anyhow there. Africa is one that needs to be great again. So thank you very much for joining us again today. If you had asked any question that I haven't answered, please let me know. I will see you tomorrow morning on Ashe for today. Don't miss it for anything. 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time on this same channel. 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. EST. 5 to 6 a.m. GMT. The rest of the time zone, figure out your time zone. The WhatsApp number has been posted there. Figure out your time zone and then join tomorrow. As you join, most of you know that social media platforms monetize. They monetize because there is volume of people, because there is engagement. As that monetization is materializing, we are taking that money into other things that needs to be done. Into other things that needs to be done. A couple of people have reached out to me. We need you in our country, IYANIFA. We want you to come. It's babalawos and IYANIFA like you that we need to make all these type of projects successful. It's your own contribution. Someone said you not answered mine. Please resend your question if I haven't answered. I will scroll up though, but please just resend your question. Resend your questions. I'm scrolling on. Please, is there any other question on YouTube that hasn't been answered? Please help me find Pull up and check. If I've not answered your question, you just subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, and I'm sure you will learn a lot. Can Afa, Woli, or Babalawo can use somebody's destiny? Is it real? Um, how do I answer that question? In the way that we please my ancestors. Can I cannot speak for Afa or Woli. I've never been Afa, I've never been Woli. But can a Babalawo use somebody's destiny? No. A babalawo cannot use somebody's destiny. If you know who or what a babalawo is, who a babalawo is, the true definition of a babalawo, he cannot use somebody's destiny. But maybe you can now meet somebody that is pretending to be a babalawo. Can that person do that? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know their life. I don't know what. But for babalawos, the ones that we belong to the awo that I am practicing, can they use someone's destiny? No, they can't. They don't need your destiny. They already have their own. They're still figuring out how to make the best of it. Ma, I dream now almost every day, but I don't remember. Send the message via WhatsApp. Send a message via WhatsApp. Send a message via WhatsApp. Someone said Islam is a religion, Ifa is tradition. If you are Yoruba, that's your DNA. Okay, I think you are responding to somebody. But handle your contribution where you are from and allow it. I don't know where this is. Um, any other question? What's the question? Eh? Why is Okpele repeated in why is Okpele repeated in a particular divination? I don't know what that I don't that please whoever asked that question on YouTube, please ask the question again. I don't know what you mean by why is Okpele repeated in a particular divination. This is what is called Okpele. Okay. Oh, you can throw it as many times as is required for that question. You are asking a question that takes you to another one and takes you to another one. So in a particular divination, you can have 3 Odrifa or 4 Odrifa. It depends on what you are asking. If the question you are asking, you get the answer straightforward and your Babalawo is satisfied with what he has, you are done. But if it requires, it's like you go to the hospital and sometimes you are required to repeat some certain scans or repeat some certain tests. If your doctor is not satisfied with the first result, he says, go and do it somewhere else again. So yeah, that's possible. Any other question? Any other question? Please on YouTube, help me check. If you are single and searching, please don't contact this person, this perfect matchmaker. Please don't contact anybody if you are single and searching. If somebody is running a company and the person is coming to an IFA page to say if you are single and searching, they are scam. I don't even care whether they are genuine or not. They just show the signs of scam. So perfect matchmaker, people are going to watch the replay of this video. We do not have anything to do with perfect matchmaker on TikTok. The person has one UK, Canada, and Nigeria logo on their flag on their. Please don't contact it. If you are single and searching, go and ask Ifa. Oh, don't go and join any matchmaking people. So what else? Any other question? To be self-taught in what? If Ishefa is effective, yes. Somebody asked a question on YouTube, is Ishefa effective? Yes. If you need materials on Ifa, you need to learn in Ifa, send a message to the WhatsApp number. Please post the WhatsApp number. Any other questions? When you do an Dafa, okay, I think I answered this question already. Can you distinguish Itefa and Ishefa? I've answered that question already too. So I think I've answered all the questions. I think I've answered all the questions so far. The person, Ranky, that said you have not answered mine, I think I've answered it. I saw a Ranky on
I saw a Rankies question earlier on. I think I've answered your question. And if I haven't, how can I get a reading? Please send the WhatsApp number for those that wants to get a reading. If you have any other questions, if you have any other, what's it called? If you have any other questions, if you have any other inquiries, thank you very much for the gift. Just send a message via the WhatsApp number. I have pinned the WhatsApp number. It was posted by Royal Arts. Please also drop it on YouTube. Let's wrap up today's teaching. Summary of what we learned today. Before you pick a babalawo or an IYANIFA, there are certain things you need to take note of. Find somebody that works with you. Does Ifa help to cash out? What are you cashing out from? Where are you that you are cashing out? What do you mean by cash out? Speak proper English so that we can understand, or type it in Yoruba. Cash out does not mean anything to me as a person. So just explain exactly what you want. Are you having financial situations, financial difficulties? Explain that that is what you are having. Do you need Ifa to help you with a certain business? Yeah, specific questions like that. Cash out is not a word that I understand. Can you join more than one community? You mean more than one Ifa community? If you have any need to, if you have any need to, if you want to join more than one community, it means that maybe you feel like you can get something from here that they don't have here. If your spirit resonates with it and it works with you, oh, why not? You can. In the absence of any other question, what's the YouTube? Okay, so YouTube, someone says that anywhere they go, they see vision. Somebody saw a vision for you that you have a calling, that no matter where you go, you'll be having a calling. The person that saw vision for you based on what? We cannot verify. When somebody says they see a vision for you, how do you verify that vision? How do you know if they actually saw something from the divine or they just decide to speak what they want? Which is why we recommend Ifa. Anything Ifa says is verifiable. If somebody does a divination for you with Ifa, the person gives you an Odu. You can go back and check the Odu. Is it true what this person said? You can go to another Babalawo who will do another divination for you and give you another Odu Ifa. You can verify it for yourself. But building your life around somebody saw something, somebody said something, I'm I your life is too precious and important for you to live your life based on what somebody saw and what somebody said. Live your life based on something that has stood the test of time for centuries and something that can be verifiable, something that will not change irrespective of what happens to life. Odrifa has been there for centuries. It doesn't change. And you can test it, you can verify it. So wonderful what the pastor or the woli has told you. Please book a divination and find out what exactly Ifa is saying about it. I hope I've been able to answer your question. Is Ogboni another LVL of fellowship in Isheshe, and how another level, okay, of fellowship in Isheshe? Can you join more than one fraternity? First of all, Ogboni has nada, nothing to do with Isheshe. Ogboni doesn't have anything to do with Ifa and Isheshe. There are members of the Ogboni fraternity who are Ifa practitioners. Ogboni is a society that has nothing to do with religion and spirituality. It's just like when you have polo club, tennis club, Red Cross club, just like you have any other society. It doesn't have anything to do with Ifa and Isheshe. There are members of the Ogboni who are practitioners of Ifa and Isheshe. There are Christians there. There are Muslims there. There are atheists there. There are non-Africans there. there are Buddhists, there are voodoo practitioners in Ogboni. It doesn't have anything to do with Ifa and Isheshe. The reason a lot of people associate with Ifa and Isheshe is because other members of that group, other people in that society who are non-Ifa practitioners, they do not come outside openly to talk about the fact that they belong there. Your pastors and your bishops that are member of Ogboni, they will not say it out. The only people that talk about it with pride are the practitioners of Ifa and African spirituality. That is why you think it has something to do with Ifa. It doesn't. Okay? The Reformed Ogboni Fraternity, which is called ROF, was established in Lagos by an Anglican church bishop. Go into history and dig it up. So it has nothing specifically to do with Ifa and Isheshe. It's a combination of different practices. Now, the person is asking, can you belong to more than one fraternity? When you mean more than one fraternity, when you say more than one fraternity, sorry, do you mean more than one different types fraternity or more than one the same Ogboni fraternity? Because each Ogboni fraternity is called Iledi. So are you asking that can you belong to more than one chapters of Ogboni or more than one fraternity? Please re-ask your question. If you're asking if you can belong to different types of fraternity, you can belong to different types. It's up to you. If you can manage it, it's just a society. You can join Red Cross and join JCI and join Polo Club and join, but in Iledi, Iledi is like a chapter. It's like somebody saying that, can I be associated with different branches of a particular bank? The moment you open an account with a bank, you automatically belong to all the branches. You can walk into any branch of that bank. You don't need to go back into the branch in Texas and say, oh, I want to open another account. If you have an account with BOA, Bank of America, it is Bank of America everywhere. If you have an account with GT Bank in Nigeria, it is GT Bank everywhere. So if you belong to the Ogboni fraternity, you automatically belong to any lady you find yourself. There's an initiation process. They will not repeat the initiation process for you in every lady you find yourself. No. And why am I able to answer this? Because I'm a member of the Aborigine Ogboni fraternity, not the ROF. ROF is the reformed and the westernized and the updated version. Aborigine is the one that was first and foundationally set up, right? And in that fraternity, I have risen in ranks to become an Iyabiye. Iyabiye is the highest title that a woman can get, a female can get to in the Ogboni fraternity, right? So that's why I'm able to answer that. All right, is there any other question? YouTube. Okay, for those asking for the WhatsApp number on YouTube, please check the comment section. What's your handle? Nature House just posted the IYANIFA WhatsApp number on YouTube. So just check the comment section. Scroll in the comment section. You'll be able to see it. I don't know if we can. I don't know if. Yeah. Hey, if you were born in an Ifa house, go and ask Ifa. When you were born in Ifa, you don't have any business with pastor that is seeing vision. Who vision help? Vision bow. Go and ask Ifa. Ifa is direct communication with Olodumare. Why would you leave direct communication with your creator, with the divine, and be speaking to people that are seeing something that we cannot check? So please go back to Ifa. You are born there. You are even lucky. You have people around you that do it. Go back home and let somebody verify that thing that the pastor said. It could be right, it could be wrong. But until Ifa says it, we cannot say whether it's right or wrong. In the absence of any question, let's do our Iwure. Is that any other question? No other question. TikTok, if I've answered all your questions, we're good to go. If not, please point me to the question. In absence of questions, let's make our Iwure. Akoda ye Asheba. Asheba Sheda. Asheba Tiwaye Ojo. Take. Come. Okay, you're here already. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà,
Ìbáṣẹ.
àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá,
Ìbáṣẹ.
àṣèbà Elédùmarè, ọba
Ìbáṣẹ.
tẹ́rẹrẹ kárí ayé, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o.
Ìbáṣẹ.
Àṣèbà Jagunmalè, olúwo òde ọ̀run. Àṣèbà Olúbíkin, àṣèbà Ọ̀sán ìbíkin. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn lọ́balọ́ba, àwọn níjòyè níjòyè, látòkèdókè láì dá apá kan sí, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. For those of you that don't speak English or don't understand English, when we make Iba, Iba is paying homage to the powers that be, beginning from Olodumare. We are paying homage to every power that holds different aspects and departments of the universe and life, beginning from Olodumare, the divine and supreme being. I will not be interpreting this part in Yoruba, so as we say Iba, just type in the comment section, Iba She. That's the response to Iba, Iba She. So let's start again. Akọ́dá ayé àṣèbà,
Ìbáṣẹ.
àṣèbà ṣẹ̀dá, àṣèbà tí wáyé ọjọ́, àṣèbà tí wọ̀ oòrùn, àṣèbà Jagunmalè, olúwo òde ọ̀run, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Àṣèbà ẹ̀yin ìyá mi, ọ̀pàkẹ́ àlàkẹ́, ẹ̀yin alágogo idẹ, ẹ̀yin arógbaṣọ má balẹ̀, ẹ̀yin ìyá mi ọlọ́mú kan tí ń fún gba ọmọ lọ́mú,
Ìbáṣẹ.
ẹlẹ́sẹ̀ kan tí ń bẹ́lẹ́sẹ̀ méjì jà, àṣèbà yín o, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi òṣòròmọ̀nìgà, ẹ̀yin olókìkí òru, àpè yín fúnkú, àpè yín fárùn, nítorí gbogbo orí tó péjọ la ṣe pè yín, pé kẹ́ wá fún wa ní ẹ̀yọ́nú yín, ẹ̀yọ́nú àwọn tó láyé la béèrè, àní kẹ́ yọ́nú sí wa ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣèbà Olúbíkin, àṣèbà Ọ̀sán ìbíkin, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà àtàwọn ọ̀rúnmọlẹ̀ tó dilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire mú, àṣèbà kábíyèsí Ṣọ̀gó, Ṣọ̀gó Arábámbí, lógun lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, àṣèbà, àṣèbà òrìṣà tí ń yọná lẹ́nu, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà tá a gbójúlé tá a gbẹ́kẹ̀lé, Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́, olóòyàn ayò ládékojú ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi, àṣèbà, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn irúnmọlẹ̀, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn agbára, àṣèbà èṣù láàlú ògiri òkú, láńróyè, àṣèbà ògúnlákayé ọ̀ṣì ìmọ̀lẹ̀, àṣèbà olúkòso, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Iye gbogbo ọmọ ẹja, Yemọja, ẹbọra tí ń gbénú omi, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Àṣèbà Ọbàtálá, àṣèbà Ọbàtáàṣà, àṣèbà ọba takuntakun, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣèbà gbogbo orí kọ̀ọ̀kan, àṣèbà ẹlẹ́dàá gbogbo àwa tá a péjọ síbí, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Àṣèbà gbogbo babaláwo, àṣẹ ogbó atọ́ yín o, ẹ̀yin ìyánífá, ẹ̀yin bàbá lórìṣà, ẹ̀yin ìyá lórìṣà, àṣèbà. Mo ṣèbà Ajíbọ́lá Ẹdán, Ajíbọ́lá mi ò gbódò ọ̀rà, mo ṣèbà onílé ńlá, mo ṣèbà gbogbo àwọn olúwo, mo ṣèbà gbogbo àwọn ìyá àbíyè, mo ṣèbà gbogbo àwọn lísà, gbogbo àwọn balógun, gbogbo àwọn apènà, láì dá apá kan sí, àṣèbà yín o, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ. Wọ́n ní ọmọdé tó bá wọlé tó júbà, òun ló máa roko dalẹ́. Àwa ti wọlé àti júbà lénìí, ó di dandan ká roko dalẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. A tún ti wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ọjọ́ tuntun míì lénìí. Àṣèbà Ifá, àṣe èèpà Ifá, àṣèbà odù, àṣe èèpà odù, àṣèbà gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń lò nínú ilé Ifá, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn bàbá tó wà lórí live streaming yìí, àṣèbà gbogbo àwọn ìyá àti bàbá tó ṣọlọ́kọ̀ tó wà wá sáyé, àṣèbà, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. A tún ti kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ nínú Ifá, a ti kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ nínú odù lénìí. Gbogbo ire tó wà nínú odù kó jẹ́ tiwa tilé tọmọ tẹbí tará láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, àníkíbà wá ṣẹ o. Elédùmarè ọba ọlọ́jọ́ èní, a tún lọ sínú ọ̀sẹ̀ tuntun tá a bẹ̀rẹ̀ lénìí, èní lọ́jọ́ àìkú, ọjọ́ ajé míì tún máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́la. Gbogbo ire tí ọjọ́ ajé tó kó wá, òun ni kó jẹ́ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo owó, gbogbo ọlá, gbogbo ọlà tí ajé kó sọ́wọ́, òun ni kó jẹ́ tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ká bá wọn lájé lọ́wọ́, ká má ní lọ́rùn o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ká má bí ajé nínú, ká má tẹ ojú ajé mọ́lẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ilé ayé yìí ló ti ń lo ajé, ilé ayé yìí ló ti ń lo owó, ká bá wọn rí lò, ká bá wọn rí ná, láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bá a ṣe ń yọ owó jáde, ọwọ́ wa ò ní kàn sálẹ̀ àpò láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo àdáwọ́lé wa ire ló máa yọrí sí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ibi tí bàtà ti ń ta èmi àti ẹ̀yin ní ẹsẹ̀, kí ajé kó wá sọ ọ́ di ìrọ̀rùn fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ojú tó wá ń wò mí, ojú yìí ò ní rí bí o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo alábíamọ, àwa la máa jèrè àwọn ọmọ wa. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tá à ń tì torí wọn sáré sókè tá à ń sáré sódò, wọn ò ní fi ọmọ, wọn ò ní fi dà wá láàmú. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní fọmọ, wọn ò ní fi dà wá láàmú o. A ní ṣe lásán lórí ọmọ, a ní ṣe wàhálà lásán láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àìsàn ó kéré ni o, ó tóbi ni o, ìyí tó gbóògùn, ìyí tí ò gbóògùn ni, ọmọ aráyé ò ní fi kankan nú ẹ̀, wọn ò ní fi ṣe wá. Bá a ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ owó, a ní fi wo àìsàn, a ní fi ṣẹjọ́. Ire báyìí la máa fi owó àti ajé ṣe. Wọ́n ní ire lójú owó ń rí, ire la máa rí ní gbogbo ibi tá a wà, ní gbogbo ibi tá a ń lọ. Àtàwa tá a wà nílé, àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ wà lẹ́yìn odi, àtẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ ti rìnrìn àjò. Láṣẹ Èdùmàrè, ire lẹ máa kó wá sílé. Ẹ ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín o. Ẹ ní bá wọn faṣọ péńpé, ẹ ní fi roko ọba. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní kọ̀ dí àìmọ̀ṣe sí yín. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń lù ú, a máa dún. Fún gbogbo àwọn babaláwo, àwọn bàbá lóríṣà, ìyá lóríṣà, àwọn ìyánífà, a ní ṣìṣe o. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń lù ú, a máa dún fún wa ni o. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń já, gbogbo bá a ṣe ń mú ewé tá à ń mú egbò, a máa jẹ́ fún wa ni o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àwa ní fọmọ ṣiṣẹ́, àní faya ṣiṣẹ́, àní fara wa gan ṣiṣẹ́, àní fọkọ ṣiṣẹ́ o. Iṣẹ́ táwọn ìyá mi ti yọ́nú sí, òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa. Iṣẹ́ tẹ́lẹ́dùmarè ọba ti parí, òun ló máa gbé wá fún wa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ṣàṣetì nídìí iṣẹ́ yìí. Ó ti jú àwọn ará iwájú ṣe, á jú àwa náà ṣe láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yin aláṣekù tẹ́ gbé àwọn tó lọ wájú, ẹ wá gbé àwa náà kẹ́ gbé wá dẹ́yìn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá gbé wá o, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbé wá, àwọn aláṣekù á gbé wá láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kò dàrú lórí àwọn ará iwájú, kò ní dàrú lórí ẹ̀mí àtẹ̀yìn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní lùlù fún yín jó o. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní fẹ́ gbà, wọn ò ní fi fún yín lóúnjẹ o. Gbogbo ibi tẹ́ ẹ ti ń mú owó, àbùdí ní tolókun, àbùdí ní tọlọ́sà, àbùdí ní tiyín á máa jẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní kò sẹ́ni tó fi ọ̀bẹ tó fi àdá ṣá orí omi tó nípa. Ọmọ aráyé ò ní nípa burúkú láyé yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ibi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ fi ọkàn oore sí àti ibi tẹ́ ẹ rò sí, oore á tibẹ̀ jáde fún yín. Nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ rò kò ní báyìí tẹ́ ẹ rò jẹ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n níjọ́ tí òrí tó bá fojú kan ọ̀run, ìjọ́ yẹn ló ń yọ. Ọmọ aráyé á máa yọ́nú sẹ́mi àtẹ̀yìn. Àtọkùnrin ni, obìnrin ni, ọmọdé ni, àgbà ni, dúdú ni, funfun ni, lẹ́bọ lóògùn ni, oṣóolé ni, àjẹ́lé ni, àfàìmọ́niṣe ni, aṣenitán bá ni dárò ni, gbogbo wọn pátápátá báyìí wọn á máa yọ́nú sẹ́mi àti yín ni láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ẹ̀yọ́nú Ọlọ́run bá ẹ̀yọ́nú ènìyàn, òun la máa rí o. Ẹ̀yin ìyá mi tó láyé, ẹ yọ́nú sí wa. Ẹ̀yin àgbàlagbà tó solé ayé ró, ẹ yọ́nú sí wa. Ẹ má tì í sí wa, ẹ má jẹ́ ká dá ṣe. Ẹ kún wa lọ́wọ́ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo bá a ṣe ń dáfá, tá à ń rúbọ, tá à ń gbé tùtù, ẹbọ wa máa fín, ẹbọ wa máa dà, ẹbọ wa máa dóde ọ̀run láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Igúnnugún tó ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ayé á jẹbọ wa, àkàlàmàgbò tí ń jẹbọ ọ̀ṣálú ọ̀run á jẹbọ wa. Ẹbọ máa di gbígbà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ifá ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú, Ifá gbè wá. Ẹgbẹ́ ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú, ẹgbẹ́ á gbè wá o. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe ti gbé àwọn ará iwájú, á gbè wá. Bá a dẹ̀ ṣe ń múra fún Ọ̀ṣun Òṣogbo mi, Ọ̀ṣun Ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ̀ olóòyàn ayàn, ire tó wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ ló máa kó wá fún wa o. Ọ̀ṣun má pọn mi dà sínú wa o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ire owó, ire ọlá báyìí òun la máa kó wá sílé láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, ìṣẹ̀ṣe á gbè wá, kò ní torí wa tú o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá wá ní ókú bí tẹ́ ẹ máa gbé gbà lójú wọn báyìí, ẹ máa gbé débi gíga. Ìyí tó bá wá ní kò ní ṣojú òun, ẹ̀yin ẹ̀ lẹ ti máa ṣe. Á jẹun tán láyé báyìí, á lọ bá wọn ṣọ wọ́n lọ́rùn ni. Ẹ̀yin máa gbélé ayé yìí, ẹ máa ṣeun rere láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní tí àjẹ́ tó bá mepo ojú ẹ̀ máa wálẹ̀, tó ṣó bá mepo ojú ẹ̀ máa wálẹ̀. Lórí èmi àti ẹ̀yin, kójú gbogbo àwọn oṣóolé àtàwọn àjẹ́ ilé kó wálẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Àní ríjà ayé o, a ní tojú ayé mọ́lẹ̀ o, a ní bá wọn ṣì sọ o, a ní bá wọn ṣì wí o. Ẹni tá a máa ṣẹ̀ tí ò ní dáríjì wá, orí àtẹlẹ́dàá wa ò ní jẹ́ ká bá wọn ṣẹ̀ wọ́n láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Orí wa ò ní gbàbọ̀dè, ìṣẹ̀dá wa ò ní gbàbọ̀dè. Gbogbo ìwúre tí mo ti wá wú fún yín lénìí, wọ́n ní àbálá lágẹmọ́ kúkú ń dá, òrìṣà òkè báyìí òun ló ń fàṣẹ sí, òrìṣà òkè á bá wa fàṣẹ sí. Ó ti rí bẹ́ẹ̀, ó ti ṣẹ bẹ́ẹ̀ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Wọ́n ní tó bá jẹ́ omi ló fi wẹ̀ yín níjọ́ tó bí yín, ìwúre yìí kó mọ yín lára. Tó wáyé pé kọ̀ọ̀kan ló fi wẹ̀ yín níjọ́ tó bí yín, kí gbogbo ìwúre yìí kó máa kàn yín lára. Orí tí afẹ́fẹ́ bá fẹ́ á kangi oko lára. Níbi gbogbo tẹ́ ẹ bá wà, gbogbo ìta ti wí lénìí á kàn yín lára. Arọ̀ àárọ̀ mọ, àṣẹ àgùn. Orí yín ò ní kọ, ẹlẹ́dàá yín ò ní kọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èyí tá a wí lénìí, Elédùmarè ọba òkè ti fàṣẹ sí o, ó ti dàṣẹ. Ashe. Thank you very much for joining us today. Again, we have come to the end of another Sunday morning live streaming. Until next week, Sunday, when I come your way, we will be seeing again during the week, 6 to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. Ashe for today on the YouTube channel, IYANIFA Ewa TV. Go to YouTube, search IYANIFA Ewa TV. Subscribe, turn on notifications, set your alarm, start your day with an Oduifa. Start your day guided by Olodumare through Ifa. Start your day with Iwure, not begging and praying and asking. Lashe Edumare. Somebody is asking, is Ajibola an Orisha? Yes. Even your mother is an Orisha. Wọ́n lóríṣà bí ìyá ò sí láyé, ìyá tó bí yín òrìṣà ni. Nínú ilé Ajibola, nínú ilé ńlá, ìyá l'Ajibola jẹ́ fún wa, òrìṣà l'Ajibola jẹ́ fún wa. That person that is asking, are you interested in Ogboni? Don't come direct. Don't pass through corner. Torí àwọn ìbéèrè yìí ó ń ṣe bákan. Don't pass through corner. Just come direct. Come and join us. Our house is open. Our mother's arms is open. Abiyamọ ọlọ́jà gbọ̀rọ̀gbọ̀rọ̀ ni gbogbo ọmọ ló gbé sẹ́yìn. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Thank you very much. Mr. Dave, I see you. All our gifters àti wúre fún yín pé everywhere you are picking the money out from, ìlọ́po báyìí òun ni Ifá máa fi rọ́pò fún yín láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Please come again, how to start our day. Join Ashe for today. IYANIFA Ewa TV. Go to YouTube, IYANIFA Ewa TV. Subscribe. Ashe for today every morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Nigerian time. I will be live to give you the Oduifa for that day, to give you the Ashe for that day, and to give you the Iwure for that day. If you are not in Nigeria, on GMT, it will be 5 to 6 a.m. On EST, for some of you in the US and in Canada, it will be 1 to 2 a.m. IYANIFA Ewa TV. Subscribe, turn on notification, and set your alarm. Don't miss it. Mondays to Fridays. But every Sunday, we'll be here 12 noon Nigerian time for Sunday morning live. I will see you tomorrow where we will be picking on another Oduifa, dissecting it. Because what? My blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. Type in the comment section, my blessing is here now. Ashe, it is done. I'll see you tomorrow. Ẹ ṣé gan ni o. Onírú ṣe, ọlọ́bẹ̀ ṣe, ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá wa jẹ́ náà, ẹ kú àìbínú, ẹ ṣé o. All the gifters, we are grateful. One more time, the WhatsApp number will be posted in the comment section. Please post the WhatsApp number so that everybody that you need any other thing aside from what we have discussed, just send a message and we'll respond. Please, let's pin the WhatsApp number for 1 minute before we end. For those of you that joined us late, there will be a replay of this video on the YouTube channel. There will be a replay on the YouTube channel. Thank you for the gift. There will be a replay on the YouTube channel if you missed this video. Just go to IYANIFA Ewa TV on YouTube. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, join our community, and watch the replay of all our previous live streaming. The WhatsApp number has been pinned. Thank you for your gift. And then I will see you next week and tomorrow. For those of you that promise to support because of Ifa and Isheshe, please reach out through the WhatsApp number or just drop a message in the DM so that together we will continue to push Ifa forward. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Let's end the live streaming. Ẹ ṣé púpọ̀ o.